And I can see why it's harsh. Is a handling offense, right? It's because his arm is up, it's projected, it's not within his a tight silhouette on his sides, and his arm is up and for it. So I get it is harsh, but it will be called a penalty each and every time, and has been consistently called penalty easily over the past 5 years. Just that right arm extended and leaning forward, it's always going to be called. Doesn't feel good, but it's definitely a handling offense.
Christina, do you think in the future the handball law may change to prevent penalty decisions to be given like this?
I think the hardest thing is the handling offense has been tinkered with since the beginning of time, right? Whether it's anytime it hits the hand, it's a handling offense, only if, it has an impact on play. And now we're this question of, is this natural or not natural, which then has different interpretations. So will it be affected again? Yes. The answer is yes. I know that there's petitions about, do we have penalties for handling offenses? I don't think we're going to get that far, but there's going to be another modification most likely. And there has been another modification in practical stance, not in the change of law, of saying if there is a quick deflection from one's own body part into their hand, as long as it's not high up, then we no longer want that as a handling offense, which then causes confusion from the punditry side, from football expectations. But there's always going to be a tweak to it. So yes, Jamie, there will be.
Do you hope it changes, Christina?
Wait, what?
Do you hope it changes the law in terms of that? Because we all think that's pretty harsh.
Yeah, it's any time we place it somewhere, it's kind of like offside, right? I know Arsene Wenger had an argument of saying, let's put offside in the back foot, right? Then we're going to just be debating that specific, argument again, because this exists in a gray area. This exists in a bit of a subjective analysis, and not every not every handling offense is exactly the same. There will always be arguments. So this will always be contested. I do want a couple of them to be taken away. I want distance to be considered again. If you're super close and tight to when someone strikes the ball and you don't have the opportunity to move your hand from that position, and it's in more of a natural position than not, which then we go to debating natural. Those are the ones I kind of want taken back because I don't think football expects those or wants those right now, and I don't think it rises to this level.
Christine, I felt last night's penalty for Manchester City was actually harsher than what we saw tonight. It was a different type of situation. What was your feeling on that one?
Yeah, that one was a little bit harsher, right? Because it's hitting essentially the kind of the back closer to the elbow side of it, right? So he's turning his body. Is it a little bit out? That one felt a little bit more harsh for it, but naturally, it had to be given because it is still falling within what they want for football, at least what they want the decisions called for it. That one kind of, if we were to put these in a category and say, where does it fit in the spectrum? That one I did feel was harsher than harsher than today's.
Christina, we have missed you. Thank you so much. It's good to see you. Take care. We will see you.
Good to see you all. Thank you.
See you, Christina.
Match day. We don't know when. Okay, we haven't actually seen the penalty go in yet, so let's do that. Let's take a look at the goal. Who steps up?
Go on, Jamie. Çalhanoğlu.
Çalhanoğlu.
Yes, Jamie.
Scores, yeah. I felt with the team that Inter picked and the fact that when they went 1-0 up, I don't think they were ever going to try and go for the second. It was a case of, they almost, the best way to describe it, they did the Italian job on Arsenal, really. They didn't pick the best team. They hung it in the game. They made it difficult for us. They got them